folks. Yes, I'm alone just for a fleeting moment. I hope that everybody going to be joining me shortly. But it is just so good to be here. Not a morning to be thankful for. Whole heap of things to talk about. Some sad, some not so sad, some joyful. But how was your week? Michelle soon joined. She on somewhere. Leo him out a road, someplace. Hopefully him find him way to him yard without having to light no candle and sing no Sankey. He should be able to find his way back here. I am trying to make sure that we are on Jamaicans.com and that you're finding me and that I can also rebroadcast. Yes. So I see that I'm here. Let me mute it so that I can say how they do. Let me share it so everybody knows that I am on no wanna come. All right. So how was your week? Had a fabulous week. Leo thing pops up and says Leo, but he's really not here. And my friend Madri is trying to hide what I can see her head top.
Oh, it took a while.
Now she got to crawl back the other way. And I'm not going to help her by hiding her. Michelle,
Good morning. Can you see me?
yes, I can see you well. Happy to
Okay.
have you.
Thank you.
Not that
Juliet said,
happy.
good morning, everyone, on
Yes.
this podcast. Good morning, Juliet. Well, Leah,
Then when you see Juliet, say good morning. I mean, I see no Juliet.
they pop up on this side.
Oh, okay. You read it from there, so. But
Yeah, they.
Kelly Juliet not on Facebook because I don't see no chat on in chatter in Facebook.
Okay, so Facebook show up on this new thing you're doing. So if you pull up, I'm sure how your screen is set, but it just
Okay.
pops up as a message. So
Okay.
Paulette said, good morning, Dr. Diana and Michelle. Good morning.
Yes, and that I see in Facebook popping up because I'm only seeing
Yeah,
Facebook, but you monitor all of them, so that's
yeah.
good.
Pauline
And
said, welcome back, Michelle. Thank you. Jesse said,
yes.
good morning, Dr. Diana. Good morning, Michelle. BM said, good morning. Good
Ooh,
morning. Good
did
morning,
they, did you
everybody.
guys get a message that we were on? How did you know that we're on? Or you just jump into your space as usual? I want to sort out this pop-up message thing. Do you have to subscribe to it so that it notifies you? Do you have to go down further in it and say notify notification, enable notifications so that we can see each
Okay,
other?
so no notification came up, but I think you have to follow Jamaicans.com. So if you follow the Jamaican.com
You sure you don't have to
website,
follow the conversations in order to for
well,
the
I
for
don't
the
think we set it up to be followed, but I guess you could ask when you go on Jamaican.com, look up your favorite show,
yes.
and then it will say like it. But also,
Uh-huh.
if you just like the Jamaicans.com website, once the show comes on, it will pop
Uh-huh.
up that
Okay.
it's on. So Juliet said she's on Jamaicans.com, and VM said messages came on. Paula says still no notification. I have to search Jamaicans.com. So I think maybe Leo have to go in there and set up
Mhm.
the meeting
The
thing.
notification, the meeting notification.
Yeah.
All right.
But we're Leo there. What do
Him
we
on
do?
the road somewhere. He says that as soon as he's able, he would be able to join, but he had to sign in so that we could have access. But he's on
Okay.
the road, and I'm not in my usual place. I have passport and I am traveling, so
That's awesome.
so I am
I
over
want
in
to travel too.
Canada. Spend a little time with my child, my younger child, my daughter, and staying with a friend of mine, Marjorie, who I've known for a number of years. A wonderful, wonderful woman Marjorie is, and so she allowed me to take over her yard as if it's mine.
It's
So
good.
Marjorie, hello, and Marjorie, let me tell you now before I go any further. Marjorie made cornbread this morning early, so I had cornbread and scrambled eggs and callaloo for breakfast. It is the finest cornbread that I've had. It is so Mish, you'd love it. What's your now for make it? So good.
I would enjoy it.
You would enjoy it. Just need some bacon now and you're good. And so Marjorie's spoiling me because she give me too much food to eat, but I
Yeah,
eat
man,
some
breakfast yet. I would love some breakfast this morning.
cornbread. fabulous cornbread, pretty and nice. Mm.
Okay, Mark said, "Good morning, ladies. I'm in the job and can't stay on. Have a great show." Thank you. Thanks for checking in. We appreciate it. So, how was your week? I guess you travels and you're with your
Yes,
daughter, so you're having a blast.
I traveled and it was a long flight because the flights are so expensive, Miss. You notice how expensive trip air travel is these days? So I decided
Yeah.
to take a circuitous route into Canada. I went through Cayman, Cayman to Miami,
Hey,
then
man.
Miami to Toronto. And I'd never gone to Cayman, so I didn't mind spending the hour and a half
I've
in.
never been.
Yeah.
I've
And then
never
when I
been there.
got into Florida, flight was delayed and we didn't even get it was three like 4 hours delayed, closer to 4 hours
Oh,
on the
American
delay.
Airlines.
No, it was Cayman Airway. But they had an issue when we were to land. They had us circling up because they never had enough space. Then we had to go to West Palm to get fuel. Come back from West Palm. When we come
Wow,
back,
that's a
the
lot.
pilot him put on the plane and take it lick long signals, and then we couldn't move. So it was quite
Oh,
eventful.
so it was better to have paid the extra money and just have
No, I would have missed
preferred.
all that fun and excitement, and I wouldn't have a story to tell you. What's wrong with you?
And it's becoming like aggravation. So
No, man. And I had
I
all the
prefer
time
to
in the
pay
world.
the
I was in
extra.
no hurry.
Oh, that's good though. But
Yes.
that's good.
Let's have a little
My
funny bone
week,
in you. You
yeah,
just,
my week was nothing much major. My son started first grade this week.
oh, so
So
he's in elementary school now. Elementary grade, first grade one.
yeah, yeah, grade one because his school go up to yeah elementary, but they call it because a charter school.
Oh, charter, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, they could go from grade kindergarten to grade eight. So
So
I
it
was trying to
includes
get
middle school.
yeah, but they don't call it that. It's just
Okay,
like yeah.
okay.
So that was good. So I was trying to get him
What's the
settled
name of
into
his
school.
teacher? What did he have to say about his first day?
Well, my son, if you know my child who thinks he knows everything, first day he said he wanted to be a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, oh my God, your grandmother would be so proud. You know, she taught for 40 years. But
Yes,
in my mindset to ask him, why you want to be a teacher?
yes.
And he said, because his teacher cannot teach and he can't teach first grade.
Boy, I
So
love
I
those.
said, yeah, so I'm like, Adrian, it's the first day of school. You can't,
Mhm,
you know, like you can't say that.
mhm,
And then he obviously he's saying too smart to go to school. He's already smart. So he don't have
mhm,
to go to school. So he's trying to get him back into the routine
mhm.
to just get up every day, go to school, you know, into that routine. But yeah, it was fun. But Adrian is just in just thinking grown, to be
Well,
honest.
he's growing into a fine young man. And certainly your mom would be proud of hearing him figuring the teacher not delivering what she ought to deliver. See, him needing grandma to guide them and
I
to
know that. I'm
support them.
like,
It's his
like
grandmother child.
stuff. Yeah.
That's good though. Probably in another couple of weeks when him done figure out all that he need to in first grade, he might stop go school because he learn everything
He wants
already.
stuff. He already wants stuff. Can't say no everything is smart. So I'm like, little boy, you're just a child.
But really,
So, but
actually, think about it. They probably really don't need to go to school half as much as we've been sending them to school. They can
that's
learn so
true.
much on the fly, and for the generation and how they operate these days. You don't need to go to school. Not advocating for Mr. H, are not advocating for you not to go to school.
Yeah, but I think that is why most people like they say the numbers of homeschooling has gone up. And it's
Uh-huh.
also because of the bad everything else. But
Mm-hmm.
also I realize that people are doing the Montessori where it's
Mm-hmm.
more education, but it's more free-based life lesson learn, you know, like so they
Yes.
could learn more. And they don't have it structured with just grades, like it's a mixture of different grades. So you're
Mm-hmm.
able. So I think that yeah works. And he really learned a lot outside of school because usually I still do lessons with him, you know, like outside of school
Sure, you're going
because
like your teacher, though, Michelle. Go on.
and some of my mother used to stay. So you know, you always say keep them brain fresh. So when
Yes.
they go back to school, they can
Yes.
still function. So you kind of
Yes.
yeah,
No break.
yeah,
Literally no break report putting them. But guys, you catch up with some more messages, Mish. Whole heap of
yeah.
people.
Michael said. Michael said, "Good morning, fair ladies." Good morning, Michael. That's Michael Tomlinson. Paulette laughing, Lorraine laughing.
Mhm.
Oh, my child is, I think. So, yeah, that was good for this week. So, it was just to get him into the program and getting us into a routine
Mhm.
of drop off, pick up. Because the school was trying to figure out the kinks of how to move the system, smoothly.
Mhm.
So, yeah, so that was it for this week for me. Just focus on him. And because I wear uniform, I have to get in the routine for iron clothes. So now I
Hey.
start saying, I turning on my mother. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to wash today and iron tomorrow. So yeah,
Oh, Michelle, such is life. Wonders
telling
of
you.
parenting and parenting picnic. Yes. Um, there's a lot that has happened in Jamaica this week, and the week started with such tragedy. And I think that it is important for us to talk about it. That murderation over in Clarendon was not easy to read, or still struggle with how to fathom and wrap your head around it. And what are the issues around it? How you see it? Does it make you feel any way worse about Jamaica? Um, were you concerned for anybody? Did it impact you or anybody in your family? We'd love to talk about that. So I'm going to read an article, and this article, interestingly, is from the ABC News. ABC, like for an American station, ABC News, and it's as at yesterday, August 16th, and it says Jamaican police arrest 6 suspects in mass shooting that killed 8 and injured 9. Jamaican police have arrested at least 6 suspects in connection with a mass shooting in which 8 people were recently killed in the island's southern region. And just for information, the area is a place called Cherry Tree Lane. It's just outside of Denby or Four Parts in Clarendon. It says Jamaican police have arrested at least 6 suspects in connection with a mass shooting in which 8 people were recently killed. The most recent suspect was arrested late Thursday, the police said in a statement. 7 of the victims were killed in one shooting, and an eighth one was killed in a related shooting shortly afterward, authorities said. Among the victims was a 7-year-old boy. 9 other people were injured in the first shooting Sunday at a birthday party in the parish of Clarendon. Among those injured was a baby. It says Deputy Police Commissioner Fitz Bailey has said the shootings were a result of a long standing feud among former friends who had a falling out in the US over illegally obtained gains, leading to each taking homicidal contracts to incite fear and terror. End of quote. The shootings prompted the Prime Minister to declare a state of emergency as he warned about possible reprisal killings. And it says, last year, the news article concludes by saying, last year, Jamaica was ranked the second deadliest country in the Caribbean and Latin America, with nearly 61 killings per 100,000 people, according to Insight Crime. I don't know what inside crime is, but clearly it's some authority on all things criminal. Um, I don't know. Sad, 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 sad. What says you, Miss?
Okay. You know what? It's sad. Okay. When I think about it, when I heard about it, I guess because I live here in the US, where we kind of keep hearing about these mass shooting,
Mm-hmm.
it kind of not as, like impactful
Traumatic.
as how it would, yeah, as how I guess if you're in Jamaica and see,
Yes.
because that's something we used to. But
Yes.
it kind of sad that it is happening in Jamaica where
Yes.
they're having this big shooting.
Yes.
And to just go into where people were innocently playing, I think they were just playing bingo, having a good time,
Yes.
and just to be murdered like that. And then, based on what the police are saying, I don't know if it's true, it's because of some bad blood they had before with some killings, so they went to get revenge.
Mm-hmm.
So it all goes back to me about how people are dealing with anger issues
Mm-hmm.
and how they tackle conflicts that they have.
Mm-hmm.
Which for years now, since I've been on the show, is always talk about it and how people best to get people to resolve issues. So they
Mm-hmm.
don't need to run to the gun. And it look like I'm not sure what policies they're implementing, But look like we haven't seen any changes because every day we see where people just get upset, they're shooting and killing. So we have to get to the root cause, which we know the root problem, but
Mm.
I'm not sure why more focus is not on that
Yeah.
solving it. Like to get, because we may would have been further no if they had started addressing it
Mm.
from.
Yeah. I agree with you that there needs to be more social attempts socially and perhaps economically to address this issue of gun violence. But I want to dress back a little bit because as somebody from Clarendon, you can imagine that it was frightening at best. I never in my wildest life, imagine that I could hear that some people are at a celebration and somebody in Jamaica does some groups of persons just drive up and shoot them and 8 people. You can imagine that you're in this community, 8 people in your community die and 9 other injured. It's a whole heap of people that there is one news article that indicated that this lady lost her husband, she lost her daughter, and she lost a cousin in
Well,
the same in just one stroke, in one bang, just like that. It's hard. And imagine for her how traumatic that is. Imagine for the community members who know all these people, how hard it is. And then the wider society. It's almost like a burden on us, man. Something, Michelle, really needs to be done. And
yeah, something needs to be changed.
I
But
don't
if you
know.
see
Don't
consistently, like every year, then I have something like major like that, like in Westmoreland and other areas where there's still like multiple people getting killed. So
Yeah,
I
but the
think it's something
solution, the
that needs to be
solution can't
addressed.
simply be for us to have a curfew. So you have a
Yeah,
curfew.
it that doesn't
What
work.
next?
That doesn't work because I don't think it works because it just maybe lay low. Because based on what the police were saying, the
Uh-huh.
incident with the sister that they're getting revenge on happened, I think, a few years ago. And look how long they wait to take revenge. So I don't think that is working. And I think they really need to find a solution. And I don't think toting that, oh, we lock them up. And I usually need to see like the end result because after they're saying they lock up these people, like they claim are part of it, sometimes we don't know what happened. But you don't see any progress or anybody is really convicted of it. So to
Mm.
me, just locking up is not really doing anything, and it not really scare them because sometimes they say, oh, we gotta get back out on the street, or as you say, people already locked up, they send message outside to commit
Mm.
these crimes.
Mm-hmm.
So they have to really figure out a better way to address it, to solve it, because they get progressively worse.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh yeah, it happened, but then people move on, and only the families that are directly impacted are really suffering because as I see people more concerned about cartel show, Vibes Cartel having a show
I'm having a
than they
show on.
are December 31st,
It's
than they
going
are
to.
concerned about all these people, like all these killings. It's like people just get immune to it. But let me read some of the comments before they get away from me.
Mm-hmm.
Lorraine is crying. Lorraine said, oh my God. Lorraine said, Lord have mercy. Jesse said, man, I was by the phone and it popped up.
Oh, the
Okay, Mark
notification.
said,
Okay.
yeah, Mark said, where all these guns and bullets coming from, I wonder. Lorraine said, my first thought was, is it drug or some revenge related? Sad, very sad. Oh my God. Sandra said, good morning, lovelies. Everyone, please have a great and blessed day. Lorraine said, evil. Lorraine said, I'll have to read up. I'm just hearing about it right now. Deidre said, whoa, that's not good. Patricia said, good morning. That is so sad. We need to start living so others can live. We are supposed to be our brother's keeper. Well, because it comes from a community my job, not killers. There is too much hate in our society. Mark said, Dr. Diana, mass shoot up have been going on for a while. Gun dealers in the US can export without any responsibility. It might be the US biggest export.
Well, Mark,
Sandra said, okay,
okay.
Sandra said, Lord, grant us all protection and grace. The world has turned inside out. We all need the Lord, compassion, grace, and peace. We need that right now. DJ said, all over the world, people are killing people. That is crazy. Paulette said, I'm just hearing about it. See, Paulette, just I hear about it and like one of the
Oh,
major
really?
thing.
Paul, let me tell you, Sunday evening it happened. Let me tell you, it was frightening when that news broke Sunday night. I mean, I feel like my belly button dropped well, not my belly button, but it was close enough to that kind of pain and lamentation that, we women can identify with. But it was scary in the same vein as well, because you said, but you could have just be at somebody's birthday party anywhere, and to think that somebody could drive up and just come out, three of them or four of them or two of them, it don't matter, and just shoot up in Jamaica. These are the kind of things that you read about doing in America. These are the kind of things that you read about in other countries, but not in your Jamaica. When them things happen in Jamaica, it cut you. Imagine when you have a little car accident and two people out of one family dead. Imagine eight people get shot, then I know no accident, they not get no dengue, they not get no COVID. Then just in a one party having fun and eight of them get shot, bloop, then dead. Just so. Scary, man. Frightening, frightening, frightening.
Yeah, it's frightening, and it's see that people are trying to get back revenge because this death will cause another death. So it kind of like they really need to figure out how to solve what's going on.
Too much.
They
We
need
need
to
to
figure
start,
it.
and it needs to, like I said, this curfew thing, to just lay down a curfew for another 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 4 months. Don't make no difference. How are we addressing the underlying issues? What has led to this? So yes, the police people them come out and them say, oh, it's because of A, B, C, or D. If them did have that intelligence, what was they doing with that information all along, so that we wouldn't have this part, or them never get this part of the intelligence yet? How do you stem that? How do
Yeah,
you stop it? Because it
yeah.
needs to
How
stop.
you stop it? Yeah,
It still needs
because
to stop. Mm.
it need to stop. And then, as I say, it has to be an effort by everybody. It can't be the police because, as I said, they might learn late and know. But it also have to do with within the communities, because just like how the community members who are coming forward with the information, they might have known this information before, could have
Mm.
maybe
Mm.
turn over that information, provide some intelligence, so they were able to stop it before it happened. So
Why, but if
like
the police them just
families
jump out
need
and say
to.
that, you mean say them, I'm asking Michelle, would they have had that information before, and what were they doing with it?
I don't I don't know if they would have had it, but I don't know, but everybody needs to work together if they want a better community. Like you need to speak up. Like even if I your son, your mother, you need to speak up if you want to have a safe place for your family to be raised. Because you can't say, all right, we go to another area to live. And when you
Mm.
move to another area, you bring the violence to another area. So it kind of like fixing the community and try to resolve it. Work with law enforcement, work with everybody to try to solve it and put it where, because some things I saw on the internet where people are going down the line are based on politics, like because of this party or that party. You know, really, at the end of the day, have anything to do with party. You have to do with you guys as human beings and how
Mm.
you resolve an issue. I don't have to work together and fix it. A
Talk
politician
about
can't
man.
fix it. The police
Restorative
can't fix it.
practices for community development. People need to learn how to talk about their differences and how to come to solutions for the greater good of everybody. But in the same vein, the politics, matters of politics, need to be separated from these social issues, and
Yeah.
don't take politics to solve it. Don't blame politics for it. Recognize it that is a social issue we're having in Jamaica, and we need to take the right approach to fix it for everybody. Can't you shoot a 1 year old shooter in a hospital, 7 year
And
old
a
dead?
7 year
You
old
know,
dead.
come
Ugh.
on, come on. We're killing, and you're killing old people at the same time, you're killing young people at the same time. What will happen to us? What is going to happen to us? I want to comment on some of these things rather than just pop over them. Jessie says that she got her notice on a pop up. I don't know how she get that. Lauren says, my first thought that it was drug or some revenge related. Sad. Lauren, any which way you take it, it's just plain ordinary sad. Lauren, what did happen to you last week? Mark was on, but we never see you.
Oh,
Sandra,
you got rid of any one of the comment them
no,
again?
no, no. But there's one I wanted to comment. Pat. I wanted to comment on Pat. I wanted to ask Pat how she is and thank her very much for joining, because she really don't join us pretty often. So I'm happy that she's here this morning. Morning, Pat.
Okay,
God.
so I'm gonna read some more comment. Where did I stop? Okay, so Lauren said the mob always have a rule: no women, no children. You notice they 99.9% shot the
Mm-hmm.
people wrong them in some way. Yeah, that is true. They need to figure it out. Lauren said we just shoot in a crowd to get one person, not advocating shooting for anyone though. Yeah, usually you just go for that one person and gone. Like they shoot up the entire place. It's crazy. Especially when they see children. Usually they usually walk away when they see children. Pull
Mm-hmm.
it.
Our telling them for
But
run our sin. You must have some compassion or something. No, no, look at nothing. Say, pick the way I do your run. You know?
hey, run go where our grandma go home, or you
Gone
just
over
wait till
here.
the last set I am. They don't have no code anymore. Michael said, Michelle, people in Jamaica are scared. They are scared. And as Michael said that, when it's sad,
Mm-hmm.
after the police talk about what happened, the next is somebody in the force leak the information. So I said that to also counteract, like helping, because it's like you go to them to give them information and then you're scared they go give your name to whoever, do whatever. So how you gonna
No,
protect?
you're
So that
joking.
too add to it. No, yeah, they did say there was a leak of the information.
Then the police
So
I
that
said there's
it
a
kind
leak
of
of
sad.
information that is not very encouraging for me. Now me even more scared.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it kind of like you want people to get the information for help, but then again, they're
You
scared
know,
because if they
ensure my
do get the
privacy and my
information,
safety.
exactly,
My
and protect themselves.
safety.
And trust me, information leaks so easily with these government entities, and the people in there are not concerned to me about how it impacts people. Because I had an issue where my information was leaked dealing with a government entity in Jamaica,
Mm.
where that person was able to contact me, showed me all my information.
Are you
And I
serious?
said, these people don't take account to the fact that when you do that, they don't think about this, they don't think that what you do is you're endangering that person plus their family.
Mm-hmm.
Lucky thing you never get as far, but I'm like, you can't even deal with them on any level because they don't know how to hold anything in secrecy if they're trying to help. So yeah, people go still afraid either way. Either you live with the gunman or you go to the police and then the gunman can't catch you. So the government also have to fix that where people can have trust.
Yes. But that is really scary that you're dealing with a public entity and your private information is getting out to other people who can just call you using that information. And then we're talking about data protection. That's another thing, this whole data protection act, because
Yeah.
that is room for a whole heap of lawsuit.
Yeah,
Um,
because even like politicians the other day were threatening, like, oh, I could get your IP address and I could get to you. So
mm,
why people go really want do not with the government? And I guess that's also explain why a lot of people take things into their own hands because they maybe are not trusting of the government. So maybe
mhm,
they need to work on that
mhm.
to
They're
also
not trusting
help
the
some.
system, isn't
They're
just
not
not
trusting
trusting
the
the system.
system. Yeah, David said very sad to hear. Lauren said I was coloring my hair.
Lorraine, after we say yes on the show, how Mark could have never come and tell anybody say your color in your hair and in misrepresenting, you really come confirm it. Like, see last week show when Mark him talk about how she gone color, we say you can't come talk about woman business like that.
Patricia said, these are the information coming to us overseas that's causing tourists to feel like they are going to be killed if they visit Jamaica.
Ooh.
Patricia said, I got the news from a co-worker who is booked to visit for Christmas and asked if it's safe to still go. I was so shocked. I called my cousin who confirmed the information. Paula said that happens a lot there. Lauren said that is why black people in the US too don't like to get involved. They don't trust the authorities because sometimes they lead to the bad people.
Mhm.
Angela said, you can always call 311. Don't give your name, just the information. Please, we still have to give the information.
Angel Rose Sibia, tell me where you're at. You're in Jamaica. It's 311 a number in Jamaica that you call to give information relating to what? Anything, everything. And who you giving that information to? Who is that 311? Is that a police number?
Yeah, and Juliet said, trust is something, even the banks are scary. Sad, sad. Yeah, it's very sad. It's like people don't respect people or anything. Lauren said, oh, I don't mind. Karen said, good morning, happy Sabbath, everyone. So yeah, so everything have to work, for everything fit in. So I think to solve this problem. Because the people not trust and the people scared. So what to do? They really need to come at the table. And I think the parties, whether JLP or PNP, need to come together to try to figure out a solution on how to solve it. Don't look at, oh, if you do it, then you go look better to the people. Or